All right, February 2nd here. Happy Groundhogs Day, especially to my Pennsylvania folks out there. Puxatawny Phil, okay, big day for him. Doesn't have too many days in the limelight, one a year. Interesting enough that I just read an article that Phil and his mate Phyllis just welcomed two new pups into the family recently, so he's been busy, not sleeping too much. It sounds like he did see a shadow. This is a weird holiday. I mean, I guess a tradition. I wouldn't call it a holiday, I guess. I'm sure there is some folks who take it very seriously. But I was going to Google the last 10 years to see how many times he saw a shadow and if that had any correlation. I didn't do any of those things. People like the weather. People like weird traditions. It is a fun dive when you Google other states. There are many other states with also very ancient long-standing traditions of having rodents, groundhogs like not a rodent, but groundhogs like Phil predict things. There's a Michigan version, Ohio version. Essentially, they are the same thing, different names. They help predict weather. So it is weird that 6 weeks more of winter puts you into mid-March, which, you know, with the sun, the sun's power, like things are starting to wind down then at least. But I don't know. This thing is hanging on. I mean, maybe we should all just watch the movie. I was gonna watch the movie as well. Really dropped the ball on this research thing, guys. I apologize, but I want to say that the movie's really good. I hesitate to say that because I haven't watched a Bill Murray film in a while. I think it probably holds up. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll talk about it before next year. Anyway, 6 more weeks of winter. Puxatawny Phil, weird traditions just kind of won't go away. Although I think I heard about it the least this year. I think I didn't hear about it until like 2 days ago. And so one of these years, it's going to be a thing where I just don't hear about it, don't talk about it, kind of just goes into the abyss. Anyway, happy Groundhog's Day. My number 2 thing is, it's really strange, but I just started cooking bacon again. I mean, I didn't take a break for any particular reason. I wasn't purchasing it. But you can't cook bacon without the entire house smelling like bacon and there's smoke, and it's like, I know that people are gonna be like, okay, you could probably microwave it or you could probably cook in the oven, but I mean, no one's doing that, so I don't think it's realistic. I mean, I actually had Gemini write 2 haikus, and I'm gonna read them to you. I mean, bacon poetry is gonna be a big thing this year, I promise you. Sizzle, pop, and snap, crispy edges, smoky scent, breakfast's sweet perfume. So that was a haiku about cooking bacon. And then I gave it a prompt. Write another regarding stubborn bacon smell. And this is what I got, right? This is the top of the line. Grease clings to the air. Smoky ghost of breakfast past. Windows open wide. Altogether, not too bad. I was going to actually write my own haiku. And I decided that there was not enough time in the day for that to happen. So, bacon is amazing. It tastes great. Although I forgot just how fatty most of the bacon slices you get at the store are, unless you particularly get, like, I guess, really expensive bacon that is not that fatty. But your average Aldi's, Meijer bacon, it's delicious, but it's essentially 80% fat, I swear. Like, it looks good, and when you open it from the packaging, though, just like there's just white everywhere. And bacon makes everything smell good, and then like 10 minutes later, bad. It's one of those weird things. So that is my riff on bacon. That is Ian's musings on bacon. My third thing today was I was rip-roaring ready to talk about the Pro Bowl. That's NFL's All-Star festivities and how out of touch and out of sync it is, and the fact that football is inherently a dangerous sport, and then putting people in pads makes no sense because they spent 18 weeks seeing their best players have exciting electric plays on the field in pads, when the prospect of injury kind of heightens the allure of it. So I was ready to say they should just play like a flag football and just kind of have fun with it and have like a meet and greet and celebrities and just kind of make it a fun weekend celebrating we made it through another year. And I turned it on and they were playing flag football. No one was wearing pads. And so the whole idea of them not playing defense and just ripping on the fact that they're trying to play a very artificial version of football that doesn't appeal to anybody, they listened. They're playing flag football. They're playing dodgeball. They're having fun. They're just letting the athletes kind of just be professional athletes, right? These guys are so fast, so strong. They could do anything at a high level. They could play lacrosse out there and be fun. These are just phenomenally fit people. So I'm delighted that they're not trying to play actual football and just take a pause and just play the playground version. I watched 5 minutes and gave up, but that's still 5 more minutes than I've ever watched the Pro Bowl to date. So, for some reason, the major sports seem hell-bent on keeping an all-star festivity. I think initially they were designed for an actual break for the majority of players because these schedules are grueling and long. I mean, baseball plays 6 days out of the 7-day week for months on end. But they're not very successful anymore. The ratings are down. So I was going to do a whole riff on other all-star breaks. I certainly will because I love talking all-star breaks more than most human beings in this world. But I was ready, like I said, to talk about the Pro Bowl and how much it made no sense to put people in pads, the possibility of full contact. Getting injured in a Pro Bowl would just be the stupidest, dumbest thing ever, and an expensive mistake. But instead, they're just kind of having fun and fooling around. And I think that kind of levity and fun, I mean, the NFL is called the No Fun League, right? So it's good to see them out there kind of doing something that I myself was about to advocate. It's like they heard me. They didn't. But anyway, that was my lack of research. I'm glad I put the game on before I came and recorded this. So anyway, my 3 things today. You heard some bacon haikus. Keep baking it, but it's ever present. It's just like a cloud of the essentially you're burning fat. So that's what it smells like. And then we talked about the Pro Bowl. I think maybe I'm going to give it like 1.5 thumbs up or some version of that. And then we talked about, gosh, I already forget at this point. Groundhogs Day, of course, Puxatawny Phil. I think my homework is going to be to watch the movie and think as little as possible about this kind of crazy tradition that makes no sense. Animal welfare aside, PETA aside, I hope that him and Phyllis are enjoying the creature comforts of their life. So I will see you tomorrow. Tell a friend, subscribe, be yourself, be amazing. Take care.